destruction.
At the office of San Francisco's Pacific Atrocities Education, a new documentary, Unit 731, How America Exploited Japan's Biological Weapons Crimes, is being screened for the first time in the United States. It was 5 years ago, while working in China, that journalist Paul Johnson first heard about the Japanese Imperial Army's Unit 731 and its biological experiments on thousands of Chinese civilians.
Infected with deadly diseases and then dissected.
And I was outraged morally that this was something that had happened and we don't know about this. This isn't taught, like other events that are similar in their barbarity are taught. So I started investigating it.
Johnson also traveled throughout China to find victims who believe they were infected by the Japanese Imperial Army's germ bombs. To this day, they have what is known as rotten leg syndrome, a condition where open wounds never heal.
Is this history going to disappear as, the people who commit it disappear, as the survivors who were in that event disappear? And how do we hold on to that memory?
In his film, Johnson tracks down a member of Unit 731 who is still conflicted about the barbaric experiments he conducted on Chinese civilians and his own duty to serve the Japanese military. But the film unravels more layers by delving into how the United States failed to go after those responsible for the crimes.
The U.S. literally made a deal with the devil. They knew who the perpetrators were. They knew who the leader was, Shiro Ishii. In fact, they had him in Tokyo. But word came from Washington, we'll give you immunity from prosecution in exchange for the data that you developed of human experimentation.
His documentary raises even more controversial claims about the U.S.'s role. A researcher in his film believes it's highly likely that the U.S. used that information gained from Unit 731 to conduct its own biological tests that were used during the Korean War. While that remains shrouded in secrecy, Johnson says the U.S.'s failure to seek justice for war crimes is clear.
I think an apology is owed on behalf of Washington, D.C. and the American people who would be appalled mostly to know about this, to the people of China. This was a very sad, dark moment in U.S. history, and we should atone for it. As an American, I believe that's something that we should do, and it could only help our relationship with China.
Johnson also leaves viewers questioning whether biological weapons development in a number of Western countries could all be traced back to the notorious legacy of Unit 731. Mark New, CGTN, San Francisco.